My name is Ben Rossiter. I'm a second-year student at Osgoode. I'm currently enrolled in labor and employment law and have been focusing a lot of my energies towards workers' rights and law surrounding that. So for me, crossing picket lines and the decision not to cross picket line is really fundamental to my values as a student. So I object to the current remediation plan because it doesn't offer us any kind of choice that's a real choice in terms of knowing what's going to happen if we decide to opt out of academic activity entirely. So we just haven't been presented with any kind of clear plan, and when we've asked the administration for that plan, it just hasn't really been forthcoming as of now. We've heard they're offering to give us more details in January, but that's, you know, a month and a half away, or 2 months away. And so yeah, it's just not really an acceptable option for us. So we're just out here handing out information to students as they come in, asking for their support. We support their right to choose to go back to class, but we'd also like some support in our in our choice not to go back to class.
Right, and you guys have people at every entrance to Osgoode, is that right?
We do, yeah.
And how did that happen? Like, how did it get organized?
Well, there was I think a lot of us felt pretty individualized throughout this process. There was a lot of concern, I think, about the plan that Student Caucus espoused, and a lot of people felt really shaky about how that plan was developed.
What was that plan?
They supported the remediation plan put together by the dean. They distributed a survey to all students that a lot of people felt was a really biased survey. So it contained 3 questions, one of which was, how does the strike negatively impact your life? The next 2 were, do you want to go back to class, or do you want to go back to class off campus? So there wasn't any thought put towards people who weren't going to be crossing picket lines. So based on the results of that survey, they convinced the faculty to support the remediation plan. So a lot of students were feeling really concerned about that, and so there's actually a member of Student Caucus who suggested meeting last night to figure out what we're going to do, and so everything's kind of gone from there.
And you've got like 15, 20, 30 people involved or more? Or
yeah, about that now. I think as we're getting pretty good response at the door, there might be more people who are joining on. You know, we're happy. If people are who are choosing to go back to class but feel like they're being forced to, we're happy to have their support and happy to have them come on. I know there's some of us who will be doing work from home, but we'll also be working on this as well. So we're going to be looking for more prominent support too. So, you know, Osgoode has a long history of labor activism. Harry Arthurs was our president for a long time, and he's, you know, noted labor law scholar. So we're looking for his support. Yeah, so we'll kind of see how it goes from here, but we'll be out here every day for the next while.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Cheers. I'm sorry, I'm terrible on camera. So
Oh,
I look everywhere.